better than all of them. So sing until you win, Bombay, sing until you win. Don't stop, sing until you win, Bombay, sing until you win. ECCP, sing until you win. Soli, sing until you win. Moji, sing until you win. Joycey, sing until you win. He said, don't think about the tiring, Bombay, sing until you win. WEFM is SVG.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, so before we could go any further, we have a call. And hello, caller. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Kingsley.
Morning.
All right, my brother. And your guest.
Well,
the topic this morning is that...
I am her guest, you know.
Yeah. Huh?
I am her guest this morning.
No, we say tough on crime and the causes of crime.
Yeah, well, we dealt with that issue this morning, but you can revisit if you want to. No problem. Yes.
Yes, I will think, because I do have to come out the apps to get to you.
Yes.
Because I'm listening to you through my stereo in the car.
Yes, that's nice.
Okay. So Kingsley, now when coming to the causes of crime, the most important job for any leader of a country is the protection of the citizenry.
Yes.
In that country. Now, I will always say, and man, you know this from morning, I always give this government credit for the AIA port.
Yes.
But when coming to everything else in St. Vincent, this government has failed the Vincentian people.
That's your opinion.
And for a country that carrying almost $3 billion in debt, there's no way that this leader should have been telling us about extreme poverty in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
So how you think we should deal with that? How you think we should deal with that? To deal with those shortfalls as you see them?
The most we're going in St. Vincent right now is elephant grass.
You will listen to us, John.
Maybe we should find a way how to cut them, grind them, package them in like how the ships peat moss.
No, we could just bring in more coal.
And send them to those other dry Caribbean countries so that they could feed their livestock.
Mm-hmm.
But I looking at this, agriculture in St. Vincent should not be in such state as what is it now. When you talk about our tourism, something that is very important to you, there's no way this ULP government should leave the Hall Marina to go down in such dilapidated condition.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know when coming to yachts, we have the personnel, the manpower in St. Vincent that we could refurbish a lot of those high-end yachts with those brothers and sisters in the Grenadines. We have carpenters that could actually build the interior of those decks. So we dropped the ball on so many things that could create jobs for our youth in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
So from where you
sit, I will not.
So from where you sit in, how shall we change that?
Well, Kingsley, we have to produce. First thing when coming to for our economy to grow, we have to produce. And this government has been defeating whatever means there is to grow the economy. The most productive sector of any country should be your youth. But we have youth in St. Vincent that this Prime Minister is putting on poor relief. instead of finding job for them. We have to make our people productive citizens. Not trying to play for buy votes by putting people on poor relief. Give them a job. And we have the areas in St. Vincent that we could do a lot more employment for our youths. So for this ULP government, I'm not saying they have done some good things. But for Kingsley, for pushing $3 billion in a national debt, our people should not be telling me anything about extreme poverty and a gimme gang society. We're supposed to be a productive people. But Kingsley, welcome back on Morning Radio. And I think you are a refreshing voice. You always approach issue. And you allow people to make their argument.
Okay, thank you.
I did miss you. If it's one man you could say did miss you from cross country, that was me.
Okay then.
Have a good day, my brother. Have a good day, my brother. And your guest.
All right.
And your guest.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Well, Dianna, he spoke about the issue of productivity. He spoke about lack of production. He beat on the government and said that enough is not being done for agriculture. That's his opinion, and we would like to hear other persons call that either defeat his purpose or share if they think that the government is doing good. According to Rasjan and them, they say nothing happening, but they could probably speak from any context that they're involved in the agriculture industry and nothing is happening. But I go to the country quite often, especially Soboto is a constituency, and the complaint is that they don't think that he's trying hard enough, because I don't know if you're aware that he's a researcher of a banana scholarship, because he won that, and then that's how he became a lawyer. But people saying that he's not doing enough. But the time will come when they will speak to the polls and we will know if they are right or if Soboto is wrong.
So what are some of the things that they said they wanted to see from him?
Well, they complain that when they call them, we don't answer the phone. They complain when they don't see me like a missing man. They say lack of productivity in agriculture. They don't think that he's fulfilled his niche. And people expect him, because he's a countryman, as Rav Gonzalez said, that more should have been done. Because I know Soboto is aware of the importance of root crop and agriculture. Because we talk about agriculture, most Vincentians who support you to be talking about bananas. It's not bananas, it's agriculture generally. But we seem to have a caller.
Not sure. Caller, you would have to show your ID.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to let you show your
that's one of the rules.
Show your number. Yes, you have to show us your number when you're calling.
We'll tell you number.
No number.
Yeah. Let your number come to so we could take a note of it and say where we know who called, and in case you say something that you shouldn't say, we can be with you. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's our thoughts this morning, so you can share. We spoke this morning about the importance of agriculture. We dealt with the comments made by Ranjan/Chavez. We dealt with the issue of the commissioner seemingly to be on the ball to deal with the issue of criminality and vagabondry in Simmons and the Grenades. And while we're speaking, we were hoping that you can call. We do get back the WhatsApp is up, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes. WhatsApp is up and running, so you can give us a WhatsApp call, and you can leave your comments on WhatsApp as well.
Yes.
Well, so there's a call. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Hey, good morning again, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
No, Mr. Kingsley.
Yeah.
And he holds a Selbinsu. No, if you check it, it's a system that with the agriculture minister and them, the only one that come close to Soboto is Vincent Beach. But I believe that it's among the time Soboto say why he could come close to, why you could say do more than Vincent Beach. So,
but hey,
check it,
step in.
Yeah.
Tell us something that you observed that Soboto did as Minister of Agriculture for the last couple of years.
Yeah, tell us something what you do, huh?
Yeah, so tell us something positive that Soboto did recently in agriculture.
Well, okay, let me just start from the beginning. And then I'll come down to that just now. Now, this government spend more money in agriculture than any government. Whether ULP, whether NDP, Labour Party, ANC, spend more money in agriculture. Millions of dollars in poultry and livestock and all kind of things that we are livestock to ship out. We are shipping out almost every week now. So when I say recently, yeah, dashing up to sometime they ship out a truckload of dashing up by my gate here. So agriculture keep on rolling over all the time. You talk about seeds and all this kind of thing for farmers. Free at cost most of the time. Tomato seeds are providing all that. Farmers they had a problem with agriculture. We will seeds and things most of the time because tomato seeds are right there. The fisherman all kind of things. So maybe that we must sit in tongue. I hear somebody say that only the part of country and only grass. When you go above Richmond Park and these places, I see kind of agriculture that lay out up inside them places, that's in that potato and all them kind of things. Maybe some people that just, as you say, they tell us about agriculture just banana. So say about the season one of the best agriculture minister in the whole world know that. Vincentians know that. All these people that are playing politics they know that. And he had nothing about the season want to do to further agriculture. So this kind of talk is about what we do lately and we do lately. Them are just political talk. That is why they are always voting him back. He might have a few feeder road that farmers abandon the place because they're doing watchman and all them kind of things. So they get bigger, they're doing carpenter, mason and them kind of things. So and few feeder roads. But you have plenty feeder roads the government do. There is a chocolate up and chocolate that shit coming out. Are we making more money than St. Lucia? Where the banana do, we're not thinking of banana. Just that shit alone. So when I say something about what Soboto newly do, Soboto doing all the time. Newly, after, before, Soboto doing all the time. So let me just big up Soboto and they continue work. And there is he going to win again. After God.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Right, thank you. So, but you don't need to have a PRO. Just keep stepping the job and be back in there again. But stepping, you got a lot of people in the country say listen to you and they must say, well, I ain't cut you off your radio. Are you talking nothing more than okay? All right, leave it right.
Before I get into that, Kojo was trying to call. Kojo, you can try to call again. When you were calling a while ago, somebody else was on the line. So you can try to call us back now.
But it got some place in the countryside, that you probably never get. It's a place called Savannah. It got a place called Conwell up in the Mongolian area and Firebird. Those are places that I pass up almost every day. And people just stop and say, hey, you might need to see some water. I said, what happened? Hey, them grass are killed up here. Hey, me, I went up Savannah the other day. Watch, he saw driving to fan off grass. I meet Sabota and I tell him about it, and he tell me, he knows it, and he's trying to get the road trimmed. But if it is just to step in, all is well, Sabota, not to worry about.
Yeah. Well, to speak on that topic of grass, while I have no problem with persons calling out politicians for the things that they promised to do and they haven't gotten done, however they're lacking, when it comes to things like that, like if your community is overgrown, I think that's something we could make a community effort. We decide to make it a community project. We get together and we clean up our community. Yes, the government has a role to play, and I have no problem with you calling them out for not playing their role. But some things, I think, while you can call them out, you can also do something on your side, right? So we take the call and then we come back to that. Hi, Kojo, morning.
Good morning. I want to call about the guy who talk about Atlee Hall. I want to ask him a question, but I know he's off here. When was the Atlee Hall built? How long it was under NDP? and when was it very, very productive? Actually, Hall is never a productive spot. I've been around yachts and touristing, and I used to live in Deckway. A lot of the repairs on boats used to be done by a man named Andy and a couple of guys in Deckway. Had anybody ever wanted to go into that marina? They said it was one of the worst places to go. And it was coming from yachties. So, anything you want to do, if you can't please the customer who come in there, it's not going to work. You could throw tons of money on it. That place was never a productive place. It was built wrong. It wasn't built properly. You ask anybody, people will fight up to try and make it work, but it's not going to, because a lot of people don't want to get a boat damage when they're going in there and coming out. You go for repair and you come out with more damage. So I don't know what this guy is talking about. Actually, Hall is a dead product. They need to do something with that place differently. Forget about our marina business. You see how many people don't try to do it? People come from outside of St. Vincent and try to make it work. It's not feasible. Let's not beat a dead horse. It's a dead product. So, when people talk about agriculture, when I came to America, I never could have seen products of St. Vincent on any store in America here. I see it now. I could go and choose things from St. Vincent in stores now. It might not be in a large scale, but it's happening. So the agriculture that people knew before is not the agriculture happening in today's world, you know. The whole world on flipping everything. The things that you grew up doing and knowing is not working these days. You have to change your whole system. And the quicker you change, it's better for you. If you hold on to an old system, this is how it used to do. Or this is what used to be done. No, you can't be like that anymore. We're gone far beyond where I grew up with it. I can't even do the maths that them children do in school now. If they bring it to me, I might have a basic idea of how to probably do something about it, but the way they're doing things now is far gone. Let's not hold on old systems. Oh, this is Ackley Hall. Ackley Hall is more than 25 years. More than 25 years. And it was never productive. So why are you thinking about Ackley Hall still? Come on. Good morning to you and Kingsley.
Morning, sir. Morning.
No, all right, Kojo. Okay, so Kojo raised some points there. He mentioned SVG products being on shelves that, previously you couldn't see it. Now, I don't know a lot about agriculture, but I've been hearing the cry about agriculture being dead and agriculture having these problems. And I just have some questions. I want persons to be specific when they talk about agriculture. What are the issues that they're having specifically in agriculture? Is it that you need a market to sell your products? What is the issue with getting a market to sell your various products? Because people could say, well, we're seeing things being sold, we're seeing people in town, we're seeing things being exported every now and again. So what may be the issue? So there's another caller, and then I think we're gonna have to go out and probably continue this in another segment. Hello, good morning.
Yes. Sorry to call back, but I have to call back and answer Mr. Kojo.
Yes, I got your call back.
Now, you remember the CSY?
Yes, of course I remember CSY. I listened to Kojo.
That was a profitable business.
I listened to Kojo and I just decided to keep quiet because he don't know what I know, and I agree with you that the effort.
And you remember in Beckwith there's a place they call Beckwith Slip?
Yeah.
So what Kojo them talking? What is it? You just call to see if you could blunt the point that I make. But you have no evidence. And Mr. Steppin, you talking about agriculture. You tell me, you go down at the port in Kingston, the one that's not abandoned yet, and tell me how many things shipping out of St. Vincent. Give me the figures of agriculture, export, relative to our GDP, of other things that we shipping out of St. Vincent. We are not exporting anything out of St. Vincent. We are living and borrowing of loans. And when the government get the loan to build the projects, they siphon off somewhere to run the government and pay reoccurring expenditures. What do you know about government? Why don't you go and learn civics? And then you will know how government is supposed to function. Government don't function and loans. You don't run government and loans. And no government don't make brag on how many people that have poor relief. You make brag on how many jobs you create in the country. I'm going to my brothers and my sister.
Yeah, let me say a special good morning to Nicholas Lucas. Good to know that you're there, and we will hope to hear from you. But Miss, it's interesting that you have a diverse view from the last caller. What Kojo? Because they're from practically the same area and they grew up in the same environment, and I just can't understand why they have this contrast view of what taking place. The contrast view is because one supporting ULP and one supporting NDP, all that, But nobody puts SVG first. It's about their accomplishment and what they would like to see.
I think when everybody is following what they're following because of what they love, they believe that they are putting SVG first. So when they make a point and say, this is not happening, they believe that they are thinking about the country and saying that. And when somebody else says, no, this has been happening, they also believe that they're looking into the country's best interest. So it is, I think it boils down to us sitting down and being real, being honest, using logic, attacking the problem and not the people, and see if we could find some sort of common thing.
People tend to attack the messenger and don't deal with the message, but we need to find a common position to deal with that. Because there's something, St. Vincent and the Grange would be better off if we could come together, share our views, and hope that the politicians who we pay to do the job do what they expected to be done. But step and say everything is going well. Could you say what is happening in St. Vincent and the Grange is good? The last caller said there is much need for more improvement and more responsibility to be taken by the government. So that's just it.
So what we'll do here is end this session and we can come back and finish up this discussion. But right now we are going to head out. We'll be back shortly.